Gentlemen, let's get straight to the point. Do you really believe that, now that you're over 60, women are only interested in men with fat bank accounts, flashy cars, or thick, luscious hair? If that's what you think, stop right there. That's a misconception a story society has been feeding men like you for decades. Here's the reality: there is something far more potent than money or looks. Something that most men over 60 already possess, but rarely know how to harness. And when you unlock it, women, even those much younger, are drawn to you effortlessly. No surgery, no exotic cars, no miracle elixirs, just 12 minutes a day. Stick with me, because I'm going to reveal the exact practice that makes women lean in, chase your attention, and value your presence, while other men your age are wasting energy competing in areas where they cannot win. Before we dive deeper, do me a quick favor. If you're ready to reclaim your confidence and attract women without gimmicks, hit the like button and comment below telling me where you're watching from. I love seeing men from all corners of the globe tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe to the Reflective Psyche, where each week we explore science backed insights on attraction, energy, vitality, and charisma after 60, things most people never talk about. Now, let's bust a myth. Society wants you to believe that once you hit 60, you're invisible to women, unless you own a Ferrari, sail a private yacht, or were a movie star decades ago. But that's completely false. I've worked with men in their 60s and even 70s who have younger women, sometimes 20 or 30 years younger, actively seeking them out. And it's not because of their wealth or cosmetic fixes. It's because of one fundamental quality: psychological attraction. Women are not desperate for another young, pretty boy. They are craving maturity. They're tired of men at any age who are insecure, needy, or constantly trying to prove themselves. The truth is, you already have what younger men are desperately chasing. You've lived, learned, built, and survived. That experience is your power, but you likely haven't been shown how to use it. Here's the bold truth: men over 60 hold a hidden reservoir of attraction energy that younger men simply cannot match. Why? Because younger guys are still building, still seeking validation, still trying to prove themselves. You, however, have already lived through those stages. You're independent, accomplished, and resilient. That is your advantage, and once you recognize it, women will naturally notice. So, what's the secret that flips attraction completely in your favor? It's something called outcome independence. Master this, and women can't resist you. Let's break it down by looking at the three biggest mistakes men over 60 make and the habits you can adopt instead. Mistake number one: chasing instead of attracting. Many men over 60 behave as if they're back in high school. They try to impress women, flaunt their wealth, or prove they're still desirable. Biologically, this is a disaster. Women can sense desperation the way sharks sense blood in the water. Emotionally, it feels needy and weak. Practically, you waste time, money, and energy proving something you don't need to. The solution? Cultivate outcome independence. Shift from chasing to radiating calm confidence and contentment. That psychological shift creates a magnetic pull. Women approach you because your energy signals strength and ease. Later, I'll show the 12-minute daily practice that trains your mind to make this switch automatically. Mistake number two: tying your self-worth to her approval. This is where many men fall into a trap without even realizing it. The moment you seek validation from a woman, asking yourself, am I still attractive? Do I still have it? You immediately lose her respect. Biologically, your stress hormones spike, making you tense and less attractive. Emotionally, your magnetism disappears because you are performing instead of being authentic. Practically, you start walking on eggshells and she feels it. The fix? Detach your value from her reaction. Appreciate your wisdom, life experience, and independence. When you radiate that, Women sense a man who does not need them, but chooses them. And that is utterly irresistible. Mistake number three, competing where you cannot win. Too many men over 60 try to act 35 again. They dye their hair, buy flashy watches, or push themselves at the gym to look younger. Let's be honest, you're not 35. And here's the good news, that's your advantage. Biologically, women are not wired to want a boyish partner forever. They desire a man who embodies stability, confidence, and grounded energy. Emotionally, they crave the calm reassurance that comes from a man who knows himself. Practically, stop wasting energy pretending to be someone you're not. Start doubling down on your natural strengths. Embody quiet confidence, and you radiate the alpha energy that women are irresistibly drawn to. Now, let's get practical. The foundation of all of this is that simple 12-minute daily practice. It rewires your mind, reinforces outcome independence, and amplifies the mature confidence women find magnetic. Consistency is key. A few minutes every day, focused on shifting your internal energy, will transform the way women perceive you. You won't need to compete with youth, wealth, or superficial traits because your presence, your calm power, and your authenticity will do all the work. Gentlemen, it's time to stop believing the lies society tells you about aging, attractiveness, and what women want. Your life experience, resilience, and independence are more attractive than money, cars, or looks ever could be. Unlock these traits, practice outcome independence, and watch how women naturally gravitate toward you. If you are ready to reclaim your confidence and transform the way women see you, commit to this process today. 12 minutes a day, cultivating contentment, detaching self-worth, and doubling down on your natural strengths. Do this, and I promise, you'll never look at dating the same way again. How do you actually build outcome independence into your daily life? Let me show you a simple, powerful method I call the Indifference Activation Protocol, just 12 minutes a day, divided into 3 focus steps. Step 1, 3 minutes of contentment rehearsal. Sit quietly and picture your life exactly as it is, no approval from women, no validation needed, no chasing. Feel fully satisfied. You are not lacking anything. This trains your brain to stop signaling neediness and instead radiate calm confidence. Step 2, for minutes of agenda-free visualization. Imagine a conversation with an attractive woman. But here's the crucial part. You are not trying to get anything, no number, no kiss, no date. Just enjoy the moment. No expectations. This rewires your mind to be fully present rather than calculating or striving. Step 3, 5 minutes of self-appreciation. Reflect on your life, your accomplishments, your resilience, your wisdom. Not to brag or compare, but to genuinely recognize your own value. This strengthens unshakable self-worth. Here's the paradox. The less you care about attracting women, the more magnetic you become. Take Frank, one of my clients from New Jersey. He is 68. Instead of trying to impress a woman at his local coffee shop, he simply enjoyed his book, content with himself. Within minutes, a 52-year-old woman struck up a conversation. They've been together 2 years. Why? Because his energy said, I am already whole. I do not need you, but I would enjoy you. That is the subtle yet powerful signal most men never learn to send. This is not about being cold, aloof, or playing games. It's about freeing yourself from desperation. Women can sense neediness from a mile away, but they are magnetically drawn to a man who radiates calm, grounded confidence. And the beauty of it? You don't need to fake this energy. You already have it. Decades of experience, wisdom, victories, and even scars give you natural magnetism. The trick is to stop burying it under insecurity and outdated habits. So here's the truth, gentlemen. You are not too old. You are not invisible. You are not past your prime. Right now, you are standing at the ideal stage of life to attract women in a way younger men simply cannot. A mindset shift and 12 minutes a day are all it takes. Practice outcome independence and watch how women begin to notice you differently, more curious, more playful, more engaged. Remember, you don't need to become someone else. You only need to unlock the man you already are. If this message resonates, hit like, subscribe to the Reflective Psyche, and share it with a brother or friend who needs to hear it. In the comments, tell me your biggest challenge in dating after 60. I read every single one. Life isn't about fading into the background. It's about stepping into the room with quiet certainty, knowing you have nothing to prove and everything to enjoy. Let's go deeper. Attraction at your age isn't about competing. It's about commanding energy from within. When you enter a room, women do not notice wrinkles, hairlines, or wallets first. They notice your energy. Are you at peace with yourself, or are you seeking approval? That difference determines whether she feels drawn to you or distant. Women are finely tuned emotional sensors. They pick up the smallest cues, from the tone of your voice to the calm in your eyes. When you are outcome independent, your body language slows. Your voice deepens. Your breathing steadies. Your presence becomes grounded. That calm certainty triggers safety and curiosity in her mind, because few men radiate it today. Most overcompensate or shrink back. You can become the rare man who neither chases nor hides. He simply is. That is where true magnetism begins. Now, let's discuss something most men never grasp: emotional polarity. Attraction isn't just physical, it's energy flow. When a man over 60 embodies calm, grounded energy, it naturally invites a woman into her feminine energy. She feels safe, relaxed, playful, and free to open up. The problem is most men rush this. They want instant results, try to force chemistry, and miss the point. Chemistry is not manufactured, it is felt. It appears when you stop trying to create it and simply allow it. Another truth: women do not fall for men who try to fix them. They are drawn to men who understand them. You have decades of emotional experience. Use it. When she shares frustrations or fears, she isn't asking for solutions. She's testing your stability, your ability to stay grounded, to provide a safe, calm presence. This is where your experience becomes irresistible. You are no longer a man in search of approval. You are a man in command of his own energy. And that is exactly what women over any age cannot resist. If you can truly listen without rushing to fix her, without interrupting, without turning the conversation back to yourself, she will feel something rare: emotional safety. That feeling is one of the most powerful triggers of attraction there is. And here's a key truth: your past, your scars, your life lessons, they are not weaknesses. They are assets. Every mistake, every heartbreak, every challenge has sculpted a depth that younger men simply do not possess. Women crave that depth because it signals authenticity, experience, and someone who understands the layers of life, not just the surface. You don't need to pretend to be perfect or untouched by time. Own your story. Wear it with quiet pride. That authenticity radiates strength in a way no flashy line or superficial gesture ever could. Here's an exercise to strengthen that masculine presence even further. Each morning, before you reach for your phone, take a deep breath and say to yourself, "I am enough as I am." Repeating this affirmation daily rewires your nervous system. Over time, it teaches your subconscious that you are not lacking, that you do not need to chase approval, and that your worth is self-contained. This inner certainty transforms how women perceive you, because your energy becomes steady, grounded, and rare. And here's a bonus you might not expect: when you cultivate outcome independence, it doesn't just affect women. Friends, colleagues, even strangers begin responding differently. Respect comes naturally. People listen. You speak with more confidence. You walk taller. not because you're trying, but because you feel lighter, free from the constant need to impress. This internal freedom is one of the most magnetic forces a man can develop. Another truth most men overlook: attraction is not about looks, it's about presence. A man with presence can enter a room and command attention effortlessly, not because he is loud or flashy, but because he is still. His calmness carries weight. His silence communicates more than another man's words ever could. Presence is a form of masculine power that doesn't fade with age. In fact, it grows stronger with experience and self control. Consider Peter, one of my clients. He was 72 and hadn't dated in over a decade, convinced that women only wanted younger men. He began practicing the 12-minute protocol daily, focusing on contentment, agenda free visualization, and self appreciation. Within weeks, he noticed something subtle but profound. Women smiled at him in the grocery store. Conversations started naturally. One day, he met a 55-year-old woman in a bookstore. They connected instantly, not because of a clever line, but because his energy communicated, "I am content with my life. Come share it with me." That mindset speaks louder than words. It is what women feel deep down, even when nothing is said. Gentlemen understand this. Attraction after 60 is not about fighting age. It's about mastering presence. Society tells you that youth equals power, but that's only part of the story. Youth has energy, yes, but age has gravity. The kind of gravity that draws people in effortlessly. It's not about being the loudest or the richest. It's about being the calmest, the most certain man in the room. Every day, when you catch yourself comparing yourself to younger men, pause. Remind yourself they're still learning what you already know. Life has trained you to be patient, wise, emotionally strong. Those traits are what women find irresistible. You simply need to remember and embody it. Here's one final insight before we go further. Women do not remember every word you say. They remember how they felt in your presence. When your energy tells her she can relax, be herself, and feel safe, she will never forget you, even if she tries. This is the secret of lasting attraction. It isn't built on charm, lines, or gimmicks. It's built on calm, grounded presence. So tomorrow, start your day with intention. Practice your breathing, presence, gratitude, and awareness of who you truly are. You do not need to perform. You only need to be. When you live from that state of quiet confidence, women notice without you having to say a word. Stay tuned, because in the next part, we'll explore advanced outcome independence, how to use emotional contrast to create deep desire in women without manipulation or games. This is the stage where psychological attraction reaches its peak and men over 60 become truly unforgettable.